So, Claire, what forces are bringing in this change?
In essence, at the moment, right now, the strongest forces are Archangel Michael and the Ascended Master Saint Germain, and also Lord Katumi. Now, Michael is, just to give you some information, is the great archangel who holds in his hand the blue flaming sword. And it's always a divine sword, it's a divine blessing, this great sword that holds the blue flame. And his sword both cuts and blesses. So he will come into your life on a personal level, and he also comes at a global level. And when he comes into your life, if it's on a personal level, you will have this sense of this great being. You might not feel that, but what you will feel is that this sword, he takes the sword and he cuts everything in your life that is no longer relevant, that you don't need anymore, that you might be hanging on to. Sometimes it's karmic, sometimes it's just rubbish. And he comes in your life and he goes and it's gone. And that's how it feels. His energy when he's around, everything is sudden and quick and really, and you think, what was that? And sometimes it can be very challenging too if you're hanging on to something that's no longer relevant to your soul's progress. And the same force, the Michael force, is working within the world globally on a large scale, and particularly in the last year or so, and in the next, couple of 100 years at least, as we bring in the new ways of being. And he is using his sword to cut anything in any way, in governments, in business, in financial institutions, in corporations, in all sorts of systems. He is cutting anything that, again, we don't need in the new. Anything that belongs to the past, anything that is not of the truth, anything that is not built from a foundation of integrity is going. So he's the one, he's the force, the spiritual force that reveals all the dishonesty in business, in governments and so on. And that you will see more and more and more of that happening as we build something that is better for all of humanity. And Saint Germain, his energy is forceful but in a different way to Michael. And Saint Germain's energy is sort of very flamboyant, very electrical. His energy is very electrical, and when he's around, it feels sort of sparky. The energy around feels all sparky like this, and he's very sort of cheeky and flamboyant. And he brings in, he's helping you, the individual, bring in a new consciousness. He holds in his being, he holds open the universal higher mind. So he's holding the higher mind open so that when you as an individual are ready, you can access and download, if you like, your own higher mind. And I know that sounds like, what does that mean? But in the future, and in the next 1,000 years or so, we will more and more be living from our higher minds. That's what the Aquarian age is about, and Saint Germain is is really the leader of the Aquarian age. So he's very strongly around at the moment to bring in the new philosophy, the new understandings, the new consciousness of the Aquarian age. And the biggest thing that he brings you is freedom. Yeah, we all need freedom. You'd like to feel freer?
Definitely.
And what that means is he wants you at all times to feel freer. That doesn't mean not having responsibilities. We all need to be committed to our path and our children and our jobs, but it's to feel free whilst we're doing all these things. And that's what he brings for the future, for all of us, everyone, in every country, in every race. And the other energy that's strongly around with people and has been for a while is Lord Katumi. His energy is beautifully warm, and you can feel it sometimes around his shoulders. It's like a warm caress. His energy is orange, so it's that sort of warm feeling. And he is bringing to everyone the opportunity to learn patience. Yes, which we're not good at, and also grounding. And grounding, which sounds really boring, is very, very important for everything. You cannot manifest what you would like in life if you are not here, if you are not grounded in your body. So he is teaching everyone to ground your energies through your feet and your base chakra deep into the ground. Connect with Mother Earth's healing energies and get here, and great things will happen. So that's I know that sounds like we should know what we're doing with that, but most people are cut off at their feet. They're not grounded. So just remember that. And if you need help in grounding, there's lots of great grounding exercises, but call on Lord Katumi. He can also help you.